Hey, everybody, this is Andrew Anderson, and I'm the owner of Propel Promotions, an internet marketing company. And today I'm really excited to have as a special guest with me Howard Sambo, helping people clarify their purpose and goals and craft the ideal business so that they can make money doing what you love. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are working the 9 to 5 for somebody else and maybe have a hobby on the side or have been thinking about getting started and just maybe are not sure where to begin to turn your passion into profit. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So we know it's a dream of many people to get started, and Howard will be sharing with us some of the keys of how to turn that passion into profit. So take some good notes, listen carefully, write down your questions. We'll try and answer those either live or as the replay goes forward. So Howard, welcome. Glad you could spend some time with us today.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Excellent. Well, please share with us a little bit about your life crafting process and maybe what makes it stand out against so many other programs that are out there that say they'll help you achieve success.
Yes, thanks a lot, Andrew. Well, life crafting has been around for over 30 years, and I have been rather relentless in developing the technology and the systems on every level. And there's a number of things about life crafting that are quite unique. I'll just go through a couple few of them. We make a distinction between short-term and long-term goals we call taxi job and career playground. So basically, we address people's short-term cash flow needs, which is absolutely critical because you cannot try to design your future or your passion if you're struggling to pay the rent and that sort of thing. We make a distinction between survival energy and source energy, which is related to that. And we want to get people out of survival energy, which works against the creative process in life. It's a little bit like the Maslow hierarchy you may be familiar with, okay? And then when we get to the career playground and we focus on clarity about your purpose and passion, we go very, very deep. We go far deeper than most people do. Most people stay quite superficial about those kinds of things. So they never really get to that deepest core truth, that drives you from the inside, that you do no matter what kind of thing, And we know that when people get to that truth, it's very deeply moving and it touches them deeply and it motivates them to do whatever it takes to really get to it, to achieve their goals in life, their dreams and goals. The other thing about life crafting is that we combine some very serious business development skills and training with in-depth personal growth. And we balance the two and have them work side by side together with each other. Okay, so working with beliefs, working with emotional mastery, working with support systems, community, and accountability are just a few examples of the many things that we have that really make a profound difference. So those are just a few things that I think highlight where we stand out.
Excellent. I know you've mentioned in some of our discussions there's really two dimensions to success about turning your passion into profit. Can you expand upon, tell us a little bit about what those are and what steps need to be taken to turn that to reality?
Absolutely. The first step is, of course, clarifying or discovering your passion. Many people think they know what it is, but more often than not, it's rather superficial because they haven't really done that deeper inner exploration. The second part of the process is taking what you know to be your passion or purpose in life and really turning it into a profit. And that's a whole separate, distinct process. What I'm going to do today is kind of give a brief outline of each of these two areas. It's obviously we're limited in time, so I can only, give you sort of a capsulized version of that, but it's a start. And then I'll be able to provide later a way that people can get more information, if they want to. So the first thing to really understand is that you have each human being, each person has this glowing jewel inside of them, this powerful awareness and knowing of why you came to this planet, and the key is discovering what that is. But in order to get to that awareness and that clarity, you have to be willing to go in and do the inner work of exploring, and we call it a process of inquiry. We set aside all the previous assumptions about all your academic studies and your degrees and your credentials and the things people say you can do well and the things you're well suited for, et cetera, and we help people get really, really clear on that deep core truth that we've been speaking about. And there are many, many ways of doing it. There's many ways of journal writing, of brainstorming, of writing down all the things that you love, that you've done well in life with. And the metaphor we use is sort of a pot of soup. Imagine that you have this pot of soup and it's on slow simmer and you're pouring in all the things in life that are important to you, your values, your interests, the things you naturally gravitate to. If you never ever had to be concerned about money, like what would you be doing with your times? That sort of thing. And it all goes into the pot of soup. And then at the end of the day, when you serve the soup to your dinner guests, well, it tastes wonderful, but it doesn't taste like any one particular thing that you put in it because of the principle of synergy, of, all the blending and combining together, okay? So the key is let go of the past, let go of assumptions, and don't jump to conclusions. Go slow, be deliberate, discover the pieces, work with friends, and then eventually get to a place where you can journal out, you can write out your discoveries, then distill that down to, say, a paragraph, and then eventually a sentence, which really, captures what you feel is your life purpose. And one little tip I'll give on this is that whatever challenges you yourself have personally gone through in life and overcome, those are going to be some very, very good tips, and of where this is probably going to be, because there's usually, from a spiritual standpoint, there's usually a purpose to why you go through challenges, overcome them, learn something important, and then you're particularly well suited to help others with that same type of problem. So that's often a big clue.
Okay.
And anyway, if you go through this whole process, you are going to wind up with something that's going to resonate deeply, not just intellectually, but emotionally and physically. And you're going to know, there's a knowingness that it's the truth for you, and that it's just really what you need to do in life. Kind of like an artist or a musician, or just feels this compelling inner, energy to have to create something. Yeah, you know what I mean, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you're mentioning is, once I've found my passion and I've clarified what I want to do, if I'm not worried about money, but I think what holds a lot of folks back is that fear of not being paid to do what they love. So how can someone go through the process of maybe overcoming that fear, or figuring out even how much to charge for doing what they love to do?
Excellent question, Andrew. Thanks for that. The key principle here that I think is so important for people to get, and a lot of people don't, is that there is always a connection between what it is you love and the opportunity to create value in the world, okay? So this is the principle. If you look closely at what it is you love and you ask yourself this simple question, how can I do this? How can I do what I love and create value for others at the same time? You contemplate that question, play with it, and just maybe brainstorm with friends, throw around ideas. You are going to come up with one or more ways of creating value, because value is money. Value is just a means of exchange. That's all money is. It's an exchange of value, right? So then the next question you want to ask is, well, of all the people in the world, who can most benefit from my gift? Who are the people who have this problem I can solve for them or help them with? And who are those people? And when you've identified that group of people, that population who can gain the most value from what it is you do and what you love to do, then you've established what we call your market niche. That's the market niche concept. When you have that, then it's merely a matter of using every possible means at your disposal to connect with that market niche. How can you connect to people who have the problem or have the need or have the, that desire that matches up with what it is that you do well. And then once you do that, whatever way you do it, you want to be able to begin conversations with those people. Now, this may sound simple, and of course, there's a lot more to it than what we're saying here to actually make it happen. But the principles we're touching on are the really foundational principles. These really are the things. So you begin a conversation with somebody who has a problem that matches up with what you know how to do. Sooner or later, you're going to connect. You're going to go, okay, I can help you. Okay, great. So then you help somebody and you help another and you help another. And before long, it becomes obvious, well, wait a minute, this guy or this gal can help with this problem. And then people get to know you and associate you with that, with solving that problem, right? Now you kind of add in marketing and and sales enrollment methods, and you can get obviously a lot more sophisticated and a lot higher level to all of this. But this is the foundation. People need to get this foundation first, and then all the other things are going to follow suit if you're committed to seeing it through. Now, I have one principle that I want to share here that I think is key, which of course people have heard all their life. The chain is only as strong as the weakest link. And I find it to be a very foundational principle, because you see people all the time struggling and trying this and trying that, working hard, and they never stop to really ask themselves, where are my broken links in the chain? What's not working? And the reason they don't is because they don't take a holistic or a big picture view, of their business or their life. They're not seeing the big picture where they can break it down. So it's very, very important to be able to have people in your life that you can interact with and say, I don't know what's missing here. I don't know where my broken link is. Can you help me see where is that broken link? And then once you find it, then obviously you want to repair it. You want to strengthen it. So you want to have all the links in your chain working powerfully. That's what we do in life crafting. We basically get people, all the puzzle pieces together. We make sure they're all working. Okay. We make sure you're living your passion. And we help you work through whatever the obstacles are underneath, all the obstacles, the fears, the doubts, the lack of confidence, et cetera, and work through all of that. So you're operating from a real powerful place internally, emotionally. And then you have strategically and financially and in business the tools you need to succeed. So that's kind of an overall framework here. And, like I said earlier, each one of these points that we're touching on here is vast, is really vast. And there's a lot to it. And I love nothing more than to help people break it down and look at the parts and make it all work, because it gives me great joy to just see people come alive, and make the contribution that they're here to make, of why they came here. That's what gives me the greatest pleasure.
Excellent. I can see it's a fun passion to have that kind of passion to help others.
Yes, exactly. And because you do help others as well, and you get the satisfaction from that also. So that's cool.
Absolutely. So you just mentioned you love to help some people, and you've shared with us some very powerful information. Do you have some stories or successes of maybe students? I know you've helped several individuals through the process that have actually used some of your concepts to build and grow business.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Lots of stories over the years. It's been a lot of years. I'll share a few of them. One woman that started out life crafting just involved with a network marketing product, in a small business with network marketing, selling nutritional products, was not really getting very far. I mean, even if she did sell and made money, but it was never really going to be her ultimate thing. What happened for her in life crafting was she got to see that bigger picture that I was speaking about earlier. She got to see her real gifts, not just to see that, oh, well, I can sell these great products and blah, 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 but there really is a whole body of knowledge and skill and information I have, and there's so much I can offer outside of just selling products So she wound up becoming, name's Kathy, and she wound up creating this dynamic wellness program that impacts people's lives on many, many different levels. What's so cool about it is that she still, is able to sell her products, but now the beautiful part of it is that all that falls within a larger frame, within a larger context, so she can be paid well for her gifts, her skills, her knowledge, and then it's kind of a no-brainer for her clients to use her products. Okay, that's one example. Another example, say a woman who went through a very difficult divorce a number of years ago. And she decided, through the life crafting process, decided that this is an example of somebody who goes through a challenge, overcomes it, and then wants to help others with that. Well, this woman's, it's really a really fun thing is that she loves sailing. She's actually out on the sailboat every chance she gets, and whatever, she made this really big trip down from Mexico to the Bay Area, sailboat. Anyway, so she is in the process now of launching a business helping women who are going through difficult life transitions like divorce or like empty nest, or the empty nest syndrome or divorce, and helping them. And sailing is going to be one of the parts of her program, where she's bringing in her love and passion for sailing as a metaphor and as a way to, to empower women to really get in touch with their power, build their self-esteem back up, and get a sense of where they're going in life. So these are a couple of quick examples. I have many more, but I think those are inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stories. Thanks for sharing. So a couple more questions. How do it seems like you have the step and process together, but if I was trying to do it on my own, there's no way I would ever make progress. So is there some way that you can explain to our viewers or help them get involved with this process if they're saying, wow, that sounds great, and I really need someone to help me get to the bottom of what I want to love and do every single day, find my passion?
Yeah, definitely, Andrew. We have a number of different pathways that people can go in. What I would say first and foremost is that if you're watching this either live or a replay of this, and you feel pretty ready, you're pretty serious about this. Maybe you've had a successful corporate career or job, and you're really ready to embrace, what you really came here to do, or maybe you're a beginning entrepreneur starting out and you're just not quite there yet, making the money you want. But if you're pretty serious about it, we have something called a strategy session. It's done by phone. It's a complimentary strategy session. You can sign up for it by going to lifecraftingprogram.com/strategy session. Let me say that again, lifecraftingprogram.com/strategy session. Simply fill out the form. You'll have a calendar will come up. You can pick a date and time. That will be an in-depth a consultation with me, and we will go pretty deep, and we will put all, as I said earlier, the puzzle pieces together and get it set up for you to be able to move forward and use this process. But we do want only serious-minded individuals for that particular thing. The second thing I want to announce, and this is quite exciting, is that we have our very first live 3-day event taking place this May. It's going to be in the San Francisco Bay Area, right near where I am here. And it's called Passion, Purpose, and Profit is the name of it. But in this 3-day event, needless to say, we're going to be able to go a lot deeper and cover things in enormous depth, far more than we can in this brief interview today. And we're working right now on completing our event page. So the event page is not quite done yet, but I figured, well, I'm going to give everybody the URL of the page. So therefore, when it is ready, you'll be able to just go there, read all about the event, and then sign up. I will say one thing, though. This is pretty amazing about this event, is that it is a regular price of the event is $9.97. Of course, it's an enormous, phenomenal, life-changing experience. But we are offering an amazing discount for people who want to come in now for $97 for the whole 3 days. So if this interests you at all, write it down. If you go to the page, I'm going to give you the URL. If you go there now, you'll probably just see a maintenance message on there that it's not quite ready yet. But keep the URL handy and go there in a couple of weeks, roughly. My development team is really working on it now, so it should be good to go pretty soon. And the URL is lifecraftingprogram.com/passion, purpose, profit. And it's simple, and you'll be able to see it all there. But you can always email me. I'm going to announce my email address is howard@lifecraftingprogram.com. If you have any questions about anything, you can always email me there, and I'll direct you to wherever's the best place to go. The last thing I want to mention also is our Facebook group. Some people watching this may not know about our group yet. It's Craft Your Ideal Business. So you can just go up and standard Facebook search and you'll find it and come join us. We have an amazing community, over 500 people. We're all working together. It's like a real big community. And we do all kinds of amazing things on there. So even if it's only a thought in your mind that I'd like, to have a business of my own someday, come and join us in our group. We'd love to have you.
Excellent. I'm also a member of that group. Love to see the interactive chat that happens there and your responses as well.
Yeah, Andrew, thanks so much for taking the time today to do this with me. I think it's really cool, and hopefully this is really going to get people started. It's going to give you the nuts and bolts of how to think about this, how to begin with it, how to move forward with it. And like anything in life, you want to do something, just get started. Get started, just begin. Right? That's the most powerful thing anybody can ever do with something you want. Get started, and you're going to start attracting the right people, the right support, the right tools, and bit by bit, you're really going to get there. So I'm delighted to be able to do this and share it, and look forward to helping people with it.
Excellent. Well, thanks for the overview, Howard. You've provided some really awesome, generous offers today, and I want to encourage everyone to especially take on that strategy session because just a few minutes on the phone, you're going to Howard will help open your eyes to the opportunity and guide you a little bit further there.
Thank you, Andrew. So very good. I look forward to seeing our comments. If you're watching this, please comment. We will have the replay available, so that people we can see it, and we can get people who are not here live today. Thanks again, Andrew, and I think we're good. We're good, complete for today.
Excellent. Thanks again, Howard. Appreciate you joining us, and want to help everybody to realize their goals and dreams. It's an awesome mission that you have, and just want to encourage everyone to take some action. And we'll see you again real soon on another webinar. Take care.